Today, we are going to start writing. Before we start to learn writing, I would like to ask you a few questions. Okay? What is writing? My first question is, what is writing? And why is writing important? What are the sub-skills of writing? Is writing difficult to learn? And finally, how can we improve our writing skills? Those are the things that we are going to talk today. Can you remember the questions?
Yes. What are writing? Why it is important?
What is writing? Why is writing important? What are the sub-skills of writing? Is writing difficult? And how can we improve our writing skills? Okay? Right. Okay. Now, the answers to all these questions are here today. I'm going to give you the answers. And you try to keep them in your mind and you try to help me discuss these things. And then I will send you a tutorial. While I am teaching, I can get some information from you and I'll prepare a tutorial together with today's recording. I will send you the tutorial on writing. And we are also going to do some exercises, right? So, what are we going to talk today about writing? Okay. Now, let's come to the first question. Let's come to the first question. What is the first question? What is writing? What is writing? What do you know about writing? Yes, you too can help me.
Writing is we can tell our own ideas.
Yes, writing is one of the 4 skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Everybody knows that there are 4 skills of the language. Okay, so writing is one of the 4 skills. But writing and speaking are both productive skills, right? Writing and speaking are both productive skills. Learn this carefully. What is writing? Basically, writing is one of the 4 skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. But writing and speaking are both productive skill. What is productive skill? What's a productive skill? Everybody knows what productive or produce. Now here, I am producing something and you are receiving something. These 4 skills, as you all know, reading, writing, listening, and speaking are the 4 skills. These 4 skills can be divided into 2 categories, two parts in simple English. These 4 skills can be divided into 2 parts. What are they? Receptive skills and productive skills. Now that you are going to do a diploma course or a Cambridge exam, especially in local examinations, the examiners are going to test the candidate's ability to use only 2 skills: reading and writing. Whether it is GCE ordinary level exam or the GCE advanced level exam, they only test your ability to use reading and writing. Tests are totally based on reading and writing. Reading is a receptive skill, whereas writing is a productive skill. Only these are tested in local examination conducted by the Department of Examination, Sri Lanka. But when you are going to do a diploma course or a Cambridge University exam, they are all designed to test all the 4 skills of our learners. All the 4 skills of our learners. Right? So, everybody knows the 4 skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So, in our test, we are going to assess your ability to speak, assess your ability to write, and we also assess your ability to read and write. Okay? Listening also. All the 4 skills will be tested. Therefore, today we are going to talk about one skill, a very important skill, which is writing. Now, as you all know, writing is a productive skill. Do you know the difference between productive skills and receptive skills?
Productive skill is a creation. We need to create something, sir.
Yes.
And receptive skill mean thing we can listen in and reading.
Excellent. Reading and listening are 2 skills. They are receptive skills. We receive the language. We learn the language, right? By reading, or while reading, you receive the language. While listening to me, now you are gaining something. Gain means you receive something. What are the 2 different things that you gain? While I am talking, what am I doing? I am speaking now. So speaking is a productive skill. I produce something. I produce sounds. I produce sounds from my mouth. So they come out of my mouth. I give you something, give out something. And you receive. You receive my sounds through your ears. Through your ears, you receive the sound. So you are listening. Listening is a receptive skill, whereas I am speaking, and speaking is a productive skill. I produce, you receive. Giving and receiving, in other words. So, like speaking, writing is also a productive skill. Writing is also a productive skill. That means writing involves producing the language and you receive it, right? When I produce something on a sheet of paper, I write on a sheet of paper or in a book so that you can receive it when you are reading. So, writing is also a visual skill. Unlike speaking, writing is also a visual skill. Why do I say writing is a visual skill? Why?
Because we can see that.
Very good. You can see my writing on a tutorial. When I send you a tutorial, you read it. So it is visible, right? You can clearly see what I write on a sheet of paper. Therefore, writing, on the other hand, is a visual skill. When we write, what do? We record what we know. I have my knowledge, right? I have my knowledge. What I'm going to do is, I am going to give you my knowledge. I can give it to you in 2 different ways. One is speaking. So while I speak, I give my knowledge talking to you. This is, I am producing my knowledge. So you receive it, right? But what is the difference between writing and speaking? When I speak, you only listen to the words. And as soon as I spoke a word, it disappears, right? It is not visible. You can see only myself talking to you, right? You can see me talking to you. Can you see my words on the screen? No. What can you see on the screen now? Yes, Fasun? What can you see on the screen? Talk. Unmute your mic and talk. What can you see on the screen now?
I can't see anything, sir. I can just listen your voice.
You can't see anything. You can't see me or someone else on the screen.
Yeah, I can see you and others, but when you speak, I can't see anything.
Right. All what you can see on the screen is myself. Is that right?
Yeah.
Me,
Yes.
and when you speak, others can see you. Right. Good.
Yes.
But right, that is why speaking is not a visual skill. Right? It is only audio. You can listen. Right? You can only see the person who is talking to you. Right? But when we take writing into consideration, writing is also a visual skill. Why? When you read books, book was written by an author or a writer. Writer produces his knowledge in writing, and you or we read. So it is visual. So that is why writing is a visual skill. And when we write, what do? We record what we know. We record what we know. Now, when I say record, we can record something electronically. That is right. Now I am recording the class today so that it will be recorded on a hard disk in my computer. Okay? That is a different kinds of recording. That is audio recording. But we also record in record books. You may have seen record books at school, right? The students' performances will be recorded on a book, right? In a book or in a portfolio. So that is why when we write, what we do is we record what we know. So our readers can see what we have written on a sheet of paper. Our readers can see what we have written on a piece of paper. Right. Now you all have got a general idea of writing. Is that right? Have you all got a general idea of writing? What is writing now? Can you explain what writing is now? So we go like that so that you won't forget that. What is writing? Can you summarize what we have learned? Writing is?
It is a productive.
It is one of the 4 skills, and it is a?
And it is also a productive skill.
Productive skill, very good.
Yeah, and productive skill means you have to produce something.
Then it is visible.
It is visible. Yes, yes. It's also a visual skill. Excellent. Now you know what writing means. Then let us talk about why is writing important? Why is writing important? Before I give you an idea, why don't you tell me about it? Why is writing important?
As you said, we will be able to record something by writing.
Excellent, yes.
And the letters also used in writing.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, writing is important because it's a basic language skill. Writing is important because it's a basic language skill, just as reading, listening, and speaking. Okay, that is the definition. Writing is important because it's a basic language skill, just as reading, listening, and speaking. And writing is also a very powerful tool. For what? Very powerful tool. You see, when journalists write things on a paper, how powerful they are.
We
You
can
know,
convey
yes,
our ideas to others.
yes, yeah. Actually, writing is a very powerful tool for communicating our ideas clearly. And also, it is for learning also. For learning. That is why we are going to learn writing today. We are going to learn writing today. It is so vital for students. So vital means very necessary and very, 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 very important for students who are preparing for local or international exams. Keep that in your mind. Writing is very vital for students who are preparing for any exams, local or international, right? Because in all these exams, the examiners are going to assess your ability to write ideas, write ideas. That's very important. So there are so many. Now, if you want to be a journalist, you must be able to write reports, right? They are also really important. Then, have you got the idea about the importance of writing? For students, it is essential for their examinations. For higher educations, your academic writing is also very important. For your profession, language, the writing is important for studies or work. You can't work without having a good knowledge of writing. That is another very important thing. Then what else is there?
It's give more information, sir.
Yes? To give?
More information.
Yeah. We use this to give information on a piece of paper, right? So it will be very useful for your future career. Being a teacher, teachers need writing. Not only teachers, the students need writing for their examinations and other professionals to write an email, to write a letter, right? A report. There are so many things that we have to write. Therefore, writing is very, very important in our day-to-day lives. Everybody needs this. Not only a teacher, not only a professor or a lecturer, not only an accountant or a minister, but also even for housewives, writing is, right? Mothers, right? All they need this. Then What was the next point I said? What is writing? Why is writing important? We talked about that. Then, what are the sub skills of writing? What are the sub skills of writing? Do you know the sub skills of writing? The TKT students, if they are here, they must know that. Writing sub skills are, what are the writing sub skills?
Accuracy.
Yes. Writing sub skills are related to accuracy and communicating our ideas. Right? Accuracy and communicating our ideas. Right? Accuracy is very important. So, writing sub skills related to accuracies, what are they? What are the things that is coming under accuracy? You
Forming
must be
letters.
able to spell correctly. Spelling correctly is important. If you made a mistake in spelling, what would happen? Wrong message will be conveyed. Instead of writing M-double-E-T meet, if you write M-E-A-T meet by mistake, what would happen? Now, suppose that I'll give you a good example for this. Now, somebody wants to send a text message to someone else, right? When the message was typed or written, the one right, I shall meet you at the meat store. I shall meet you at the meat store. Meet. There are two words with different spellings. I shall meet you. You write by mistake M-E-A-T meet you. I shall meet you at the M-double-E-T meat store. What would happen? Will this person come to meet you at the meat stall? That is why writing, unlike in speaking, while speaking it's okay. People will understand. I shall meet you at the meat stall. But if you wrote, I shall meet you at the M-double-E-T meat stall, what is the meaning? Huh? Sub skills. Yes, we were talking about sub skills of writing. Writing sub skills, as Kasun said, they are related to accuracy and communicating our ideas. So when we talked about accuracy, one very important fact is that the spelling, that was what I was talking. And that is why I gave you a good example. I shall meet you at the meat stall. M-double-E-T, meat means something that we eat, animal flesh. Meat is animal flesh. Okay? Then what is the meaning? I shall meet you at the meat stall. Mama oyawa hamuwana kadegavadi mas karana. But what did we want to say? Other way around. I will meet you, mama oyawa munagahennam at the meat stall. Mama oyawa mas kadegavadi hamwenna. That is the text message you wanted to send. But when you wrote, instead of M-double-E-T meet, munagaseno, you wrote M-E-A-T meet. That is why spelling is important. Right? So don't do that mistake. So spelling correctly. And then another important thing is the forming of letters correctly. We'll have to form the letters correctly because some students write B for D. In a hurry, they write B for D. Instead, I have seen, even in advanced level classes, I have found some, I have come across some student had written B-O-G, bog for D-O-G, dog. Instead of D, they had written B. Right? misspell. And they can't form the letters. Some had that dyslexia. It is a disease, dyslexia, some students have, right? So they always write B for D and D for B. So forming letters correctly. So learn. Some people, when they write R, it is like V. V like R. Being teachers, we know that, right? When children are writing, R is like V, V is like R. So please learn to form letters correctly when you are writing. That is also important. And the other important thing in accuracy is that legibly, you write legibly. Your letters should be legible, right? What is legible? Clearly seen. They must be very clear, right? Legible. Otherwise, the person who is going to read your letter or the report, they find it very difficult to read. Things are very unclear. So writing legibly is also very important. And then another very important thing is the what? Punctuating correctly. This is very, very important when you are doing academic writing or whatever the writing you are going to do. Very important. What would happen if you don't write using correct punctuations? Yes, what would happen?
The
It's
meaning
a-
doesn't come clearly, sir.
Yes, that's right. And it is also very, very dangerous. I will give you another example for that. These examples will tell you how important using punctuation is, right? How important. When we say, I will just say, I'm not going to write if I am going to use the board now. But I will type it on the screen when I send you this, okay? Now look here. You visualize this. Once there was a criminal. Once there was a criminal who committed a murder. A murderer. Do you know the murderer? Murderer is a person who killed another. Murderer. Murder is the verb. Or even a rogue. Or even a thief. Once a thief or a murderer, any person who had committed the crime, right? He was arrested and produced before the king. This is a very old story. Once there was a criminal and the king ordered him to be killed by hanging. The king ordered that man to be killed by hanging, right? Then on the day of the execution, that is mean killing, on the day of the execution, he was sent to the hangman. Now the hangman was there. Hangman's duty is to hang the man and kill him. Killing him by hanging. Now the king sent him a note. This is writing. I'm talking about writing. The king sent him a note by writing like this. Kill him, not let him go. No punctuation, no commas, no full stops. The king just wrote, kill him, not let him go. Have you got the words? Kill him, not let him go. If you are the hangman, what do you do? Daya. If you are the hangman, now you are going to kill that man by pulling the lever and that man will be killed. So you received the note from the king saying, kill him, not let him go, but there is no full stop, no capitalization, no commas, nothing. What are you going to do? Are you going to kill him or let him go? There are two things King says. Kill him, not let him go. Are you going to kill him or not let him go? Or are you going to let him go without killing? What do you do? What is your idea?
Kill him.
You kill him. You are Prasanti. Right. Prasanti is going to kill him. Right. I never heard a lady like you killing a man. Okay. Anyway, we'll give another chance to Daya. Daya, what are you going to do? Right? Are you going to kill him or let him go?
Him to go.
Let him go. Right. You see, men are very innocent. Ladies are very cruel. They are going to kill. Daya is not going to kill. Okay, right. Now, there are two answers. Daya is going to kill him. And Prasanti is, no, Daya is going to let him go. Right? Very kind-hearted. So, let him go. I don't know what action will the king would take. What action will king take? Right. Then Prasanti said, kill him. Right. What others say?
You have to kill him, sir.
You have to kill him.
Yeah, definitely.
According to King's letter, have to kill.
Kill. Right. Okay. You all are wrong. You all are wrong. That is why writing is important. Right? I told you that there is no full stop, no comma, nothing. If I were the executioner or if I were the hangman, I would send it back to the king and ask the king to, dear king, right? Oh my lord, please correct this letter and please do the punctuate this and send it to me. I can't do anything without your correcting this. If you don't know these things, please attend that Jayati Satavaditsi's class and learn punctuation and do this. How can I kill him? It says kill him, not let him go. I don't know whether to kill him or not let him go. If the king put a comma after kill him, comma, not let him go. What are you going to do? Kill him, not let him go. What are you going to do?
Kill.
You definitely will have to kill. But if the king put a comma there, kill him not, comma, don't, not let him go, kill him not, let him go. Bilini, why did you mute your camera? Kill him not, let him go. Then what do you do? Kill
Leave
him
him.
not,
Leave him.
comma, let him go.
Leave him.
Then you can't kill him. You
Yes.
have
You can't
to let him go.
leave.
Yes. Now, do you know or can you understand the importance of punctuations? Can you understand the importance of punctuation? So, that is another sub-skill of accuracy, right? So, whenever you are writing, please try to use punctuations and capitalization. If there is anyone who did advanced level exam, on the very top of the advanced level English paper, in a box they mention marks will be deducted for bad punctuations and capitalization. If you have missed capital letters, if you missed punctuations, marks will be deducted from the marks you have already got. What would happen if you have not written capital letters? What would happen? Yes. Instead of a capital letter, if you use a simple letter, what would happen?
Then proper nouns become normal common nouns.
Yes. Now, what happened is this. If you write a sentence like this, imagine this situation. Once there was a pregnant mother, right? And she gave birth to a child in March. She gave birth to her child in March. In March, right? Now the boy was born, and boy is old now, right? Now boy grew up and he is a student. And one day, this boy wrote a sentence about his birth. He wrote a sentence like this. I was born in March. Is this sentence correct? I was born in March. What is the meaning?
Yes.
If it is a capital M, it is correct. But if it is a simple M, it might be wrong.
No. When you listen to this, I am asking you. I don't
There
say,
the meaning,
I was born in capital M March. I don't say. I was born in March. I am just asking you.
the meaning
Correct or
is
wrong?
correct because it is not a birth, but mother was doing marching.
No. I am not asking those things. I am asking you, when somebody tells you, I was born in March, is it correct or wrong?
Yeah, it is correct.
It's correct. I was born in March. March. So everybody can understand it. Right? That is spoken. In spoken English, it is not wrong. I was born in March. But when that child write the sentence, I was born in M-A-R-C-H, M simple. When we are speaking, we don't say capital and simple. Right? When we are writing, today we are going to learn writing. So in that case, you are correct. So I was born in March, but that boy had written M simple. Is it correct?
No.
It is
Wrong.
correct, grammatically correct,
Correct.
but logically wrong. Grammatically correct. I was born in March also, in a March or something like that. That means his mother was marching, right? While his mother was marching, you know, march, right?
Yeah.
Protest march. Her mother joined the protest march against the government. They were having a protest, right? Then we can say in March, right? Then that is wrong. But if it is referring to the month, M must be capital. Now you also learn the importance of capital letters. Punctuations are important. Capital letters, capitalization is also very, very important. Okay, right. Now, that is another thing. Well, now what else? Punctuating correctly, writing legibly, using capitalization, and what else? You know, the other important thing is using the correct layout. Layout. Are you going to write everything in the same layout, same way? No. Layouts are also important. If you are writing a postcard, it should be right in a way that postcard should be written. Letter can be different format. Formal letters can have a different format. Informal letters can have another different format. Now, this week, tonight or tomorrow morning, I am sending you lots of videos regarding this. You must have watched them during the week about spelling, about connecting sentences, right? Watch these before the exam. So you have to have a busy week ahead of you. Right. That is another thing. Then what else? You have to choose the right vocabulary. Choose the right vocabulary. What do you mean by that? Right vocabulary? That is, appropriacy should be there. Please listen to me, all of you. What is appropriate? Using appropriate words. If you don't use appropriate words, your writing will not be
Suitable word.
Yes, appropriate means suitable word. So, what is it? I will give you an example in Sinhala first. Okay? One example in Sinhala first. Listen to me very carefully and learn this. Now, when we talked about water, right? Water. Everybody knows what water is. There are a number of different words for water in Sinhala. Can you give me some? Daya, you give me one word for water in Sinhala.
Jalaya.
Jalaya, that's right. Okay. And Dilini, you give me another word for water in Sinhala.
Vatura.
Huh?
Vatura.
Vatura. Okay. And Kasun, another word? Jalaya, Vatura. Another word for water in Sinhala?
Can I say, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Vatura Dhanama.
No. I mean another word for Vatura. Not Dano, not a verb. Another
Dear.
word for Vatura.
Dear.
Dear. Vatura. Another one is Jalaya, dear. Another word.
Pen.
Yes?
Pen.
Pen. Yes.
Udaka.
Pen. Sometimes we say pen. In some contexts we say Vatura. In some contexts we say Jalaya, and sometimes we say dear. Now, you all know how to use these words properly. When we are talking about the electricity, when we are going to talk about, write an article about electricity, what do we write? Sri Lankave Vatura Viduliya Diyunu Kirimata Raje Piyawara Gani. Or Sri Lankave Pen Viduliya Diyunu Kirimata Piyawara Gani. Is that correct? No. People will laugh. Right? Why? Because that word is not appropriate there. Everybody knows that Sri Lankave Jala Viduliya. But when you are going, if you are a Buddhist and going to the temple and going to pour water to the boar tree, what do you say? Dilini, what do you say?
Pen.
Pen color patak dan. Pen color. Pen. And if you are very thirsty, what do you say? I want to drink some in Sinhala, mata bondona, pentika, pentibha, or jalatiba, or diatiba, or what is it? Vaturatiba. Very simple example I gave you from our language. Very simple, right? Everybody can understand. In the same way, what are the similar words or synonyms for water in English? What are the similar words for water in English?
Liquid.
When we are talking about electricity, do we say water electricity? Jangani, do we say water electricity?
No, sir.
No, what is the word?
Hydraulic power.
Huh?
Hydraulic
What is
power.
the word for water? Yes?
Drinking water.
Huh?
Drinking water.
Drinking water. Drinking water is correct. I am asking you, Jala Viduliya. We say Jala Viduliya, not Pan Viduliya, Diya Viduliya, Vatura Viduliya. In English, what is the word? Water electricity or what is it?
Hydraulic power.
Hy
Hydraulic power.
Not hydraulic. Hydraulic is something else. Don't say hydraulic. Hydro. Hydroelectricity. Hydro means, hydro is jale. Hydrogen. Hydro. Hydroelectricity. All right. When we are talking about, right, life in water, what is the word? What life do we say? Water life? Do we say water life? What is the another word for water in English?
Aqua.
Huh? Yes?
Aqua.
Aqua. Aqua is water. That's right. Aqua is water, but not in that context. If you are going to write aqua, that is wrong.
Aquatic.
That is not wrong. The life we are talking about, life, water life. Jala jeevi. ඒකත් හරියට පැන් බොනවා වගේ. Life, marine life. There we use marine. Marine is water. Marine is another word for water. We say marine life, jalajeevi. But when we are talking about plants, plants that comes out in water, there we can say aquatic plants, jalaja palay. So even in English, there are some words, but are they? Water, aqua, marine, hydro. Jalaya, Diya, Pen, Vatura. Just like that, even in English, we have synonyms. These are important. Learning synonyms is very important, right? So everybody must know these things because from time to time, we have to read them. Therefore, that is another important thing in writing. What is it? Using the proper word. That means using the right word in the right place. Using the right word in the right word. That is called appropriacy. Appropriate word. You know how many of Sri Lankans use the proper word in proper place. Many people, especially young people, when they find a new word, they try to use it. Even young teachers. I have met some young teachers because I am teaching teachers, I know that, right? They use wrong words sometimes when they are talking. One day something happened in a class, right? Very young teacher, I don't mention his name because of teaching ethics. There is ethics now. So I am not going to mention names. But I have the recordings. Right? I have the recordings. He said, when I went to meet him, excuse me, sir, I will give my disciples some work and come to talk with you. I went to meet someone in his class while he was doing the class. Right? In front of his students, he told me, sir, I will give my disciples some work and come. I said, okay. And I waited. I was wondering why this man said disciple. You know why? Later, I discovered why he said disciple. He had learned this new word disciple. Disciple is given in the Sinhala dictionary, Malanasekara dictionary, as Golaya. Right? Disciple means Golaya. So this young teacher, he is experimenting, that is okay. But teachers must be very careful when they are using words. These are some examples. Huh? So he said disciple because he found it in the Mallasekara dictionary as Golaya. Can we teachers have disciples? No. Disciples are the people who are following religious leaders. Jesus Christ has disciples who followed his teaching. Lord Buddha had disciples. We teachers, we can't have disciples. We have pupils. Pupil is Golaya. But Sinhala, in that dictionary, that word Golaya was given, so maybe he had not studied it, but it was given some other details also in the latest Mallasekara book. But earlier one Golaya, then he used it, which is wrong. We can't have disciples. We can have students or pupils. You all are my pupils. You all are my students. Or you are learners in my class, not disciples. Okay? That is one mistake that we do. Using the wrong word. So you must use the appropriate word. And there is another very good example from the UK. I read it in a magazine a long time ago. This is good for to-be teachers, vendor teachers letter, right? I read it there. It says about a story about a doctor. Once there lived a doctor in the UK, somewhere in the UK. He always tried to use inappropriate words. Inappropriate words. Actually, this is a story to teach you how to use appropriate words. Right? Very good example. I always use this example to teach my students appropriacy. So, one day, this doctor was walking in his garden. What was he doing? He had a large garden, a very big house. One morning, while this doctor was walking about in his garden, he saw a man entered the garden through the back fence, not from the front gate, through the back fence. The doctor thought that he was a thief. The doctor thought that he was a thief. So, the doctor went to him, even without asking a word, right? Asking anything. Before that man speak, the doctor hit him and knocked him down. The man fell on the ground, unconscious. So the doctor had to take him to hospital. The doctor took him to hospital. Then he was there for 2 days and he was discharged on the following day. And he then took legal actions against the doctor. He took legal actions against the doctor. And now, the following day, the doctor had to appear before the magistrate. The doctor had to appear before the magistrate. And so now the case is right. Then the judge asked the doctor to describe what happened that day. He asked the doctor to describe what had happened that day. He started telling that. If you are the doctor, how do you report this? How do you say this incident? How do you say that? My Lord, that morning, while I was walking about my garden, this man entered the garden. I thought that he was a thief, so I hit him. Then he fell on the ground, unconscious. And I took him to hospital and admitted him. That is what happened. He entered the garden without permission. So that's why I hit him. That is what he had to say. How do you say it? Can one of you say that? Yes. If you imagine that you are the doctor, and how do you say that? Yes. Can't you say it? Well, you can't. If I was the doctor, that was how I say that. But you know, this doctor, this particular doctor, used very, very inappropriate words and explained the situation, described that situation. You know how he did it? Me Lord, while I was perambulating in my rectangular squadron, this biped entered the squadron, so I turned him from perpendicularity to horizontality. Did he use any appropriate words? No, he used unnecessary, inappropriate words. So when you speak, generally speaking, you must use the general English, right? Not a high-flown language. He used words from mathematics. That is using the wrong or incorrect words, not the appropriate words. He was using something inappropriate, right? So that then the message, the description was not very clear for people. While I was perambulating in my rectangular squadron, this biped entered the squadron, so I turned him from perpendicularity to horizontality. What would happen, right? He did not use the appropriate register, appropriate words. So the message is not clear, right? That is the communicating sub-skill. That is sub-skill related to communicator. When you communicate your idea, you have to include using appropriate style, the register, and organize ideas. Those are another kind of sub-skills, right? You can't use inappropriate style. What does that mean? While I was perambulate, you know param. Perambulate means sakmane. Mama mage Pijukona sakara bhumi bhage sakmane yedi sityedi. This biped may depa sata enter this. So I turned him from perpendicular means this siras atadhiti ohu mama horizontal. Siras atadhiti. These are not the appropriate word for this context. So if we are going to use inappropriate words just to show our knowledge, there are some people like that. The disciples say, Your English should be very clear enough for other people to understand. Even in writing. When you are doing academic writing, you will have to use words like that, but depending on that context, depending on the piece of writing that you will do. So remember, now we are talking about writing sub skills. So that is another very important thing that, right? When we are communicating our ideas, we must include, right? The ideas include the using of appropriate style and the register. We can't take, register means taking word from mathematics to general talking. Economics to normal talk. No, it is not good. When you are talking about specific topics, you must use specific words for that. If you are talking about computers, you must use a computer jargon. We call it computer jargon. I can well remember one teledrama whose name I cannot remember. There was a man, when he was talking, he used computer word. All the time when he, can one of you remember? An old teledrama, there was a man, that boy's uncle, who was talking using computer words even when he is talking to his girlfriend. Magi hard disk ekane. Like that, I can't remember all these words. He was using the words from computer. Right? Magi memory එක පොඩි අවුලක් තිබුණා. Like that, he speaks Sinhala using computer jargon. Right? I can't remember that. If I knew that, I would have taught you. Very nice one. So try to find out Hasoon, right? So that when you teach your students, you can use those examples. I can't remember. I couldn't find
I
that.
can remember the teledrama. But I can't remember the character.
That is uncle's character. Right? He
Yeah, I
used-
can't remember the character, but I can remember the teledrama. That is, I think, Utum Patum, something like that.
That's right. Utum Patum. Can't you remember any conversations he had? Very good example
No.
for this.
No, sir. No.
Right. We'll find it out later. Okay. Right. So that is using appropriate word and appropriate register. Everybody must know when you are writing, you must use appropriate register also. Right. Then join in words, join in sentences, clearly using appropriate functions. Right. So those are the sub skills that we must. When you are narrating, what is the narrating? Telling a story. Narrating means telling a story. Or sometimes you have to use different functions. Complaining or requesting, thanking. Sometimes we have to summarize certain things. Okay. Sometimes we have to summarize things. And finally, the concluding. Concluding means ending what you write. Ending what you write. So that is another thing. So these are the most important things in writing. Now, when we are talking about writing letters, what are the different types of things that we have to write? What do we have to write?
Normally, there are informal letters and formal letters.
Very good. When we are talking about letters, right, there can be formal letters and also informal letters. That's right. Formal and informal letters. Then what else?
Then, if it is formal one, there are
What
letter
are
of
the types
application.
of piece of writings that we have? What type of writings do you have? Huh?
Cursive writing.
What have you got to write in your day-to-day life? Now let's talk about that.
Cursive
What
writing.
are the type of texts that you have to write?
Then
Yes,
invitations, sir.
invitations. What else?
Greetings.
Huh?
Shopping list. Shopping list.
Yeah, most important thing can be a shopping list, right?
In asking for advice.
Yeah. And what else?
Greetings.
Huh? Now let's talk it like this.
Your
There
message.
are different types. What are you going to write? You will have to do personal writing. One thing is personal writing, right? You can make a note if you like, but I will send you a note. Personal writing. Under personal writing, what have you got to write? You can write a diary. You can write a diary that is personal. That has a different style of writing. Then everybody, every housewife or husband sometimes, shopping lists, personal writing. Shopping list is a personal writing. Okay. If you like, you can make a note. And even recipe. You write down recipes. Housewives, they need recipes, so they write the recipes. So those are very, very personal, right? Your recipe, it is for personal use. When you are going to cook something, make a curry, you use the recipe, right? Which you have written. And when you are going shopping, you use your shopping list. You write a shopping list. And every day, every evening, you can write a diary. They are personal writing. Then let's come to the other writing, piece of writing. What are they? Social writing. What do you think about social writing?
Invitation.
Social writing involves, yes, there.
Invitation.
Excellent. Invitation is a social writing. Very good. Excellent.
Notice.
Notices is not social writing. That is correct.
Obituary notice.
Invitations, social writing. Others? Letters. Letters are also social writing. You send letters to your friends and your
Postcards.
relatives. They are also social. Even messages. You send messages to your groups, your friends and relatives. Social writing. Invitations. Even postcards. Postcards. Right? Letters, messages, invitations, and postcards are coming under social rights. Now, there is another kind of writing which we call public writing. Public writing. What can be coming under public writing?
There are some notices.
Notices,
Newspaper article.
posters,
Hmm.
news, articles,
Banners.
banners, right. Those are public writing. Writing to let public know something. So newspaper articles, news and newspaper articles are for general public. Posters are for general public. Notices are for public. Then let's come to the other category. Then there is another category called study writing. Study writing. Now you are studying and you also have to write things. What are they? What have you got to write when you are studying? Study writing.
Essay writing.
Essays. Excellent. Very good. Essays are study writing. What else?
Storybooks.
No. Essays.
Answer.
Answers.
Short notes.
Notes. Short, hold on. Notes. That is study.
Then,
Notes, essays,
assignments.
assignments. Very good. Excellent. Assignment. Very good. Like that, you also help me. Right. Study writing can be essays, assignments, as they said two things: assignment, essays, notes, and also reports. Study writing, reports also comes under them. Reports. Write a report on something. Not a newspaper report. Huh? That is newspaper article. Okay. Then, what can be the other kind of writing? It can be institutional writing. Institutional writing. So, some of you can be working in an institute, right? Not all are teachers. Not all are students. Some of you are, right? Yes. Working in different institutes. Then, institutional writing, what are they? If there is anyone who is working in an institute?
Letters.
Letters, very good, letters.
Memos.
Memos, very good, memos. Then?
Emails.
Yes?
Emails.
Emails. Very good, emails. Letters,
Appointment
memos,
letters.
emails. What else?
Notice.
Notices. Notices comes under institutional writing. Reports. Even in institute, you'll have to write reports. Reports to your boss. Also, minutes. What are minutes? Minutes of a meeting.
In meetings, when writing points.
Yeah,
points.
That's right. Minutes. Yeah. Points. Okay, they are institutional writing. Now we talked about how many. What are they? Personal writing, social writing,
Public
public
writing.
writing,
Study writing.
Study writing, institutional writing, and one more thing, creative writing. That is very, very important. Creative writing. Creative writing. Okay? Creative writing is also very important. Creative writing. What comes under creative writing?
Poems.
Poems. Very good.
Stories.
Poems.
Stories.
Stories. Dramas. And also fictions. Fictions. What are fictions?
Prabandha.
Yes?
Prabandha.
Yes,
Imaginations.
that's right. Yeah. Fictions. Okay. So, poems, stories, fictions, drama. Those are the things that come under creative writing. Now, we talked a lot about writing. Now, let's do an activity, right, on these. And I will send you number of lessons to be studied this week. Some lessons on spellings, lessons on connecting ideas, right? That is also important, right? Then There are so many writing issues also there. We will talk about, I'll send you a, I have to prepare that. I didn't have time to prepare this. Writing issues also there, right? They are very important. The mechanics in writing, right? Communication part of writing, and writing to whom, writing why, right? And also cohesion, coherent, accuracy, word choice. We talked about them little by little, right? And degree of formality. Those who have learned for TKT may know that level of formality or degree of formality, and different styles, right? So while I was doing this, I felt like giving you a very important thing. Let us start with the poem, right? Start with the poem. Please listen.
Every morning, sun or rain, off I go to catch the train. Need a ticket? Join the queue. Through the gate to platform 2. Train is crowded, dirty, late. That's a thing I really hate. Rustling papers, coughing, yawning. Just another Monday morning. Walk to office. Morning, Jean. 80 emails show on screen. Memos, meetings, fax and phone. Never time to call your own. Run to catch the 18:10. Sure enough, it's late again. Turn the corner, home is near. Good day at the office, dear.
Did you hear it? Now, think about the person who is speaking. What kind of life does he have? And what kind of work does he do?
Busy.
Where does he live?
Busy life.
He is spending a busy life. That's right. And what kind of work does he do?
Office work, sir.
Office work. Right, office work. Which words helped you decide that?
He's going to catch the train, I think.
He is traveling by train, you say.
Yes.
He is going to travel by train. Okay.
And when he comes to the office, there are lots of emails, those kind of things.
Very good. Now, this is for listening, reading, and writing all, nah? Right. So, there are lots of emails. And then, what else?
Memos.
What has he got there in the office? If you listen to it,
Lot of memos, meetings.
he may have a busy life, I think, in the office. Lots of emails, memos, meetings. Then the time moves fast, as he said. Right? Okay. Now we are going to start the first line of a letter. Right? First lines. Are these letters big enough for you to read? Can you see these? Whatever I typed there.
First lines.
First lines. Okay, I shall type. This is how you start the letter for different types of letters. Start here and continue here. Okay, let's see. Start and continue. You have to match this. Okay. One is the reason why I'm writing. The reason why I am writing. Then I put A here. A. Here from you. Number 2, I am really sorry. Sorry. Then B. I last wrote to you. I last wrote to you. Number 3, did you see, tell you about my last holiday? To tell you about my last holiday. I can't move it there. Why is that? I'll make it little smaller, then see. Can you read it?
Yes.
Oh, thanks a lot. D. Hearing from you. 5. I'm thinking of E. Is to invite you to my town. Means letter. 7. I really enjoyed eight. It was great to hear about your accident. You asked me coming to Japan soon. Right. Please study this carefully. And I want you to, I'll give you 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, I want you to match these. Let's see. This is an informal assessment, right? You write numbers. You don't need to write this. Write numbers 1 to 9. And in front of each number, write A to I. And then check your answers. I will send you this to the WhatsApp group. Do it now. First do it now and then tell me the answers one by one. I want every one of you to give an answer. There are 18 people. One must read the first one. Then second one must read the other part. correct part. There are 18 people, 19, 19, 18. I will read the first part, then second part, one of you can read. Then next one, including me, there are 18. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Not yet, sir.
You need not write the whole thing, right? You don't need to write the whole thing. Just write numbers and next Sunday we are going to hold the listening test and reading and writing. Now, please be ready for that. I will send you some lessons also. I think you had enough time. Someone, have you done the first one? Huh? Saman Disanai. You are like Saman Edirimun. Sarnamali, have you done the first one? You read the first one. The reason why I am writing and someone else can give the continuation. Huh? Right. First couple is, first pair is Swarnamali and Kasum. Swarnamali and Kasum. Swarnamali, you read this, Kasum will read the continuation. Right. You read this aloud.
The reason why I am writing.
Kasum.
To tell you about my last holiday.
The reason why I am writing is to tell you about my last holiday. Right. Next one. Saman, you read the second one. Can you? This one. Okay. Nilanti, you read the second one. And Champika, you answer.
I'm really sorry.
Yes. Champika, you give the...
To hear about your accident.
I'm really sorry to hear about your accident. Okay. Hi, did you... Ekapidemu Madi. Madi and Daya. Madi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No,
May I ask question or answer?
Huh?
May I ask question or answer, sir?
No, you ask the question. Not question, you read.
Hi, did you?
Hi, did you there?
Have a good holiday.
Hi, did you have a good holiday? Right. Then next one, Piyumi and Piyumi say the first part, Maliti say the second part. Piyumi, unmute your mic. Maliti, Unmute your mic. Hear me.
I'm thinking of.
Thanks a lot.
I'm thinking of.
Previous one.
Thanks a lot, taken, eh?
Yeah.
For your letter.
You mean thanks a lot,
Thanks
Maliki?
a lot.
Thanks a lot. What? Maliki, what is your answer? The second part. Thanks a lot
For your letter.
for your letter. Right. Next one. Uh, Sehasha from Dubai.
Yes, sir.
Are you still in Dubai?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, you read this one.
I am thinking of.
Right. Next one, Nirosha. Nirosha. I'm thinking of. Nirosha. Unmute your mic and talk. Amesha. You say? Others are not answering.
Coming to Japan soon.
Huh?
I am thinking of coming to Japan soon.
I'm thinking of coming to Japan soon. Next one.
It's long time since.
It's a long time since anyone can answer. Those who did not answer can answer.
Okay. So I'll tell.
Yeah.
I last wrote to you.
It's a long time since I last wrote to you. Very good. Since I last wrote to you. Next one. I really enjoyed. Anyone can answer. I really enjoyed
Hearing from you, sir.
hearing from you. Is that right? Then next one. It was great to
Hear
it
from
was
Hear
you.
from
great
you.
Yes.
Hear from you.
hear from you. You asked me. You asked me.
To tell about my last holiday.
You asked me to tell you about my last holiday. Right. This is the first line and how you continue that. So there are different situations you have to write in B1 exams, right? As I said, this is B1. Okay. So please be ready to write a letter, and you also have to write a story. Okay. I will send you some stories, link for stories, link for letter writing. Practice them this week and ready for the test. Okay. Now it's 7 past 8, 10. And if you have any questions, you can ask now. Yes. Yes. Do you have any questions?
So in the exam, is there a time duration, sir?
Yes. For reading and writing, 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we will make it 1 hour. I'll do a part of it. right? And because to just half an hour is the listening test. So within 2 hours, we can finish. And all what you have to do is I will send you an answer sheet. Even in Cambridge exams, you have to write your answers on an answer sheet. So what you have to do is look at the paper on the screen. During the time limit, you have to use the answer sheet and transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Only after the test, I'll send you the test paper. Otherwise, I don't send you the test paper in advance because it should be done in front of me. I'll monitor while you are doing that. Right? Okay. The final mock exam will be done physically. I'll make an arrangement to do that physically. Right? Okay. Right. Any more questions? Do you have any questions? No. Okay. Then I'm going to wind up the class and see you again. And I'll send you all the necessary, even the writing one, I'll send you the tutorial, which I discussed, a summary of it, so that you can study that. And I will send you a link to letter writing, story writing, essay writing, spellings, all kind of writing. But if time permits you, watch them and be ready for them. Okay. Bye for now. And good night to you all.
Good night. Good night. Thank you, sir.
Good
Good
night,
night.
Good
Master.
night.
God bless you.
Good night.
Okay, God bless you.
Yes.